Hello, and welcome to my review video for the Cumberland Valley. Wait, no. I think it's high time that I switch up my recording style just a little bit. Hello, and welcome to my review of the Cumberland Valley Wayfreight set by Lionel. I think this is going to be way better than doing this the whole video. I know this format's a little bit different than what I've done in the past, but I've ran the channel long enough and got to know some of you guys enough that I wanted to put a face to the channel. It's going to take a little getting used to, I will admit, but I thought it was high time that I go ahead and do it. So, as you may or may not know, I live in the Midwest, specifically the Kansas City area, so a Pennsylvania set seems a little bit out of my territory. However, I wanted to show you one small reason why I decided to get this set. This is a conventional scale trolley in the Chambersburg, Pennsylvania city scheme. When I saw this set had been cataloged with a trolley and a sound car, I knew this set was too cool to pass up. I also happen to like the Pennsylvania Railroad, so this set was kind of a no-brainer with the 520 as it's been preserved out in the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. At last spring's York, I went to the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania after the show had concluded on a Saturday with a friend. I had already had this set in my collection as it's been out for a little while, but it was so cool to see the locomotive that I had in the set. As for a little background, the Cumberland Valley is an area of Pennsylvania around Harrisburg and Chambersburg, north of York, but south of the mountains. It's a very nice place where the Susquehanna River starts to spread out of the mountain valleys, and it's just a very beautiful and fertile area of the country. The Susquehanna River eventually feeds into the Chesapeake Bay, so you see some marine industry as well as agricultural products in this area. In an attempt to capture the industries of this area, Lionel decided to include an Apple boxcar as well as a Navy PS1 boxcar with freight sounds. Chambersburg is a medium-sized town in the Cumberland Valley, so back in the day it would have had streetcars, and the set decided to include that. Finishing off this set is a Pennsylvania N6B caboose, which came out with a very nice red color. Those N6B woodside cabooses tended to be a Lines West caboose, but over time they wound their way back east. Before we unbox this set, I wanted to take out my tape measure and show you some of the dimensions. This set is an absolute monster at 34 by 24 inches. It doesn't fit on a lot of shelves very well, I will admit, but the box art makes up for it. As you see, this box does not come all the way full when you get it. I had kind of wished instead of getting styrofoam we would have gotten a couple more cars, but that's Lionel's decision. I don't want to do a complete unboxing to not waste your time, but I wanted to show you how the locomotive is packaged. Over the next few clips, I'm going to run the length of the train and point out a few details along the way. The front end includes all the details you've come to know and expect, including the uncoupling lever, the marker lights, headlight, number plate, smokestack, and dynamo. The top of the locomotive includes a bell, whistle, steam and sand domes, safety valve, whistle cord, and an opening roof hatch on the cab. Here I'm just pointing out the valve gear detail on this locomotive and running the length of the wheels. The tender has a real coal load, as I'm showing right here, as well as a doghouse that is lighted, and the rear marker lights and headlight. The tender has a rear electrocoupler as well. Moving on to the Navy PS1 Sounds boxcar, you can see some of the separately applied details like these ladders, as well as this sliding door that I'll admit was a little hard to open recording with one hand. Off camera, the door opened very easily, allowing you to see what's on the inside. The Apple boxcar is very similar to the Navy boxcar, minus a few details. The biggest including the paint job, the other logos, and the door in the middle that has a locking mechanism. Like with the Navy boxcar, the door slides open on the Apple car as well. The next car is a wood-decked flat car in the Pennsylvania Railroad scheme. It's a very nice car with a real wood deck and holes for stakes. The black piece of plastic in the middle on the wood deck is meant to serve as a place to hold the streetcar. This trolley is very detailed with two electrical pickups on the top. They're decorative. The bump and go on one side as well as the other side. Finishing off this set is the N6B caboose with lighted lanterns on the back, a brake wheel, and a cupola with a figure inside. As I pan around the whole length of this train, it became apparent to me how fun of a set this is. The only thing that would have made this set just a little bit better is if the cabin car was a Vision caboose. Unfortunately, the Navy boxcar is just a regular Freight Sounds boxcar and not one of the new Patriot Sounds ones, which was a little disappointing, but it's still cool. The L1 at the front was the only one with the roof and tender combination of its type, and it's the only one in real life in preservation today. Overall, this was a pretty fun set to record. The running session will be fun because the locomotive runs, as well as the trolley runs in conventional. I think I've monologued long enough, so let's get this set out and running.
Dispatcher, can we depart to the main line? Over. Hold for track orders. Dispatcher out. Dispatcher, we're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over. Take the green. Out. You got any more blocks for us? Over. Yeah, all clear ahead. Just got your out. Dispatcher, we're going to Beans and call it a day. Out.
Normally, this is the part where I would go into the closing monologue, but this set has an operating trolley, and I want to run it. Now, to review this set. Personally, I found this set really cool with the streetcar, the sound car, and the Apple box car. As I had already mentioned, I had wished the sound car would have been a Patriot Sounds boxcar, and the caboose would have been a Vision caboose, but that would have increased the price of the set quite a bit. The one thing that I don't like is how the box is so large and only included 4 cars. There could have been a lot more cars included in the set, and they wouldn't have had to increase the box size. If you're a Pennsylvania Railroad modeler and want to get some of the freight that went through the Cumberland Valley and the surrounding area, this is a very good set to have for having a variety of car options. As far as mechanically concerned, I didn't have any issues with the locomotive like others had with their L1s. The set seemed to have fixed some of the issues. I will be honest, I have not run the set much, so I don't know if it will hold up with time, but there is a part out there if you have the backdrive issues. Aesthetically, I find the set very pleasing. I didn't notice the issue with the DGLE paint on the boiler, though I'm not an expert in PRR colors. The test of time will see how the mechanical and electrical holds up with this set, but so far I have no complaints. Now, as for a few details, this set was in the 2022 Volume 2 catalog, so it's a little hard to get new if you're looking for it. There are a couple dealers that have it for a very good discount, so I would check that if you want one. The set MSRP'd for $1,500, but if you go through a reputable dealer, you can get a pretty good discount on this one. Overall, this set was a really fun one to record. Thanks again for watching this video of mine, and I had a lot of fun recording this and showing you all. I had meant to record this video quite some time ago, but life and work and other things have kept me pretty busy. With the temporary layout set up in the basement, I hope to get some other recordings done in the very near future. Be on the lookout for some of the locomotives I recorded for shorts as real full-length videos. Once again, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in a new video sometime soon. Thanks!